Well, let's take a look at a Star Trek figure from the Warp series, or Warp Factor Series 2. It's serialized. This is the Swarm Alien. It comes with 2 Swarm rifles, the purple ones, and a Swarm Action Base. This is stock number 65104 from the assortment of 65100 by Playmates. Now, back in the 90s, we didn't really have a search engine when I first got on the interwebs. And the one thing you don't want to type in is playmates.com. It was actually playmatestoys.com, which I did not know that at the time. Playmatestoys.com. I just assumed like Mattel.com worked, Hasbro.com, all those other ones worked. Playmates.com gave a very, very different story. All right, also in this series is the Star Trek The Motion Picture, the Ilia probe. And we also have Star Trek The Next Generation, Captain Beverly Picard, which denotes there was a little bit of something going on there. So I was wondering if that ever came true, because like all this Picard stuff, I need to watch those. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Lita, the Dabo girl, which married Rom. I don't think I could ever marry a Romulan, or not Romulan, like a Ferengi. Sorry, they just creep me out. I do like Klingons though. So we got Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Cisco as a Klingon from the Apocalypse Rising. I like when they give the names of the series they got this in, or the TV show. Like this is, they could have put, well, they put motion picture in the title. She was on more than one episode, so yeah, that makes sense. And then the Swarm was in The Swarm. Now the 2 Swarm rifles, they show one right here. They show the Swarm Action Base, as featured in Star Trek Voyager, the episode The Swarm. This is a neuroelectric weapon capable of inflicting cerebral damage, that damage to your brain, which most of the people in this world would not be affected, I guess. I'm just kidding. All right, so we got library computer and retrieval system, USS Voyager NCC 74656, subject The Swarm, start date 50252.3, Lieutenant Tom Paris and Chief Engineer Belana Torres were in a shuttlecraft tracking intermittent sensor readings when 2 aliens beamed aboard their vessel and stunned them with neural paralysis weapon, which would be those. Neelix warned Captain Janeway that these aliens were reputed to be extremely dangerous and protective of their territory. Unwilling to take a 15-minute, that'd be nice, month going around their space, Janeway chose to go through a narrow passage to cross at high warp. So she was like, I'm not taking 15 months. We're going to go through and there's going to deal with it. I kind of remember this episode. The Voyager came upon a damaged ship that had been attacked. One small alien craft attached to the scanned Voyager. Wait, hold on. One small alien craft attached to it and scanned Voyager. English. Thousands of similar ships pursued Voyager in a swarm, hint the name, formation, and attached to the starship's hull, extracting energy. Kind of like mosquitoes to me. Several swarm aliens tried to board Voyager, but were repelled, which I wish mosquitoes were repelled, in hand-to-hand combat. Realizing the swarm ships were linked in a lattice, like they were connected to each other like a hive mind, Janeway ordered the phaser frequency to be modulated to attack one ship, which would feed back through the entire swarm. Okay, that sounds like a lot of themes for, the whole ID4 theme, Independence Day. We're going to open this Star Trek figure that was made. I didn't even look at the year. This has been cased up for about 30 years, 1997. So this has been inside the packaging for about 30 years, close to 30 years. Okay, let's see if we can get this baby out and check out this figure. Now, there is a little bit of cringiness on this. Whoever had it, I feel like they probably stored it underwater or in a basement that flooded. I don't know. It feels like it to me personally. So I'm going through and I'm going to be cleaning this thing off as I go because I can't stand gross things on my fingers. It's got a very soft plastic. Now, one of the things I did hate about Star Trek figures back then, stop letting you be distracted by the background, was their V-crotch. That drove me crazy because they sit down and they look like, yeah, I'm a redneck. Yeah! Nothing against rednecks. I'm just saying I don't I don't want to sit down like that. That's called manspreading. I don't want to get squirted by crazy women in the subway system. Of course, wait, I don't have a subway system. Imagine a subway system. We are 30 feet above sea level right here. If there was a subway system, we'd be underwater. It'd be a sub-well system, I guess. All right. Sorry, I just got to keep keeping my fingers clean as I go, because it's like this stuff. It feels like, again, there's stuff that got into it, I think, like bugs or something. Got into package, not from my house, from whoever had these. Probably had them in their basement. All right, so let's take a look at this figure who has been in his package for about, like I said, about close to, I was going to say 25 years. All right, so his head is still articulated. Moves around. Not a full 360 degrees because of that appendage on his front. That looks kind of like a, I wonder if it's like a feeding tube or if it comes out in like a what is it called when they do flowers? All right, you got 360 degrees at the elbow or the shoulder. We got a bicep swivel. We got a 90 degrees right here. You ever notice that most aliens are actually bipedal humanoids? I like the armor. The armor's pretty cool though. So looking at that arm right there, it looks pretty good. Or that could be his body. I'm not 100% sure. You never can tell. I mean, the head looks so different from this that I'm thinking this is definitely armor. But again, it could be like a bug where the head is not, you know, the shell, and it's more this, like you can see his brain almost. It reminds me of Membros from the Micronauts. And again, we got 360 degrees at his hip with a V crotch. He's got 90 degrees at his knee, and that's about it. That's all the articulation you really need. I mean, except for the V crotch. I hate V crotches personally. He's got a number on his foot. It says Andy. And the other one, it has a print, 1997. And yeah, I mean, they're if they can wear, I mean, if they can make guns, I'm sure that this is really armor. So instead of his actual body, but then again, who knows? Who really knows? I'm sure there's some out there. Well, I know because I'm a Trekkie. I am too, but like that, I don't care that much about these. So these guns are not going to go in their hands properly. Like it's going to be like that. But this one doesn't even hold a gun. So it comes with a weapon he can't even hold. Isn't that pretty sad? All right. We got a base right here. So drop the base. All right. We got the base. And he's got two holes, one on each foot, and only one peg. So it doesn't really matter which one it goes on our recon. So there we go. We got, I know the dinosaurs in the background, a distraction. I've been doing a lot of dinosaur stuff lately. So drop the base. There, he holds it pretty well. I would like to think that these are gun holsters on the side, like, you know, like cowboy movies, but I don't think so. I feel like I have one of these already, but I think it's cool. It kind of reminds me of the Ovion from Battlestar Galactica. But again, that darn gun, it won't go in his hand. And they're both exactly the same. It's not like, oh, right, let me try the other one. No, they're both the same. There's, yeah, I mean, you see how one side is more textured than the other? So I thought maybe that would be the key, that one of them is, I get the wrong one in the wrong hand. Well, it kind of held it over here. I guess if you put like the little sticky stuff in there, it would hold it just fine if you really want to display this. Over here, though, I don't think there's going to be a way to fix this because those two fingers will probably need to come apart to make it look right. Oh, well. So if you wanted to display this, which I'm not sure I really want to display it at all. I mean, I like it. It's cool. But not really. So now I know what you're saying. Let's find out what this is. Should I? What if I won? I would be so ticked off because I'm sure I can't get the prize now. So it says, win, you can win, you can win. Now, nowadays, I just made a figure video. Oh, there's two of them in here. Where somebody can get the scratch off thing and get some kind of in-game code. They didn't do that back then. So I need to buy this CD-ROM by 12/31/97. So it's not 2097 yet, so I still got time. Proof of purchase, blah, 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 blah. Match specially marked Playmates Star Trek toy packages available at your local retailer. So let's see if we can match it. All right, green. I don't know what that means. Other than green. Watch Star Trek D69 the week of September 29th. Well, that's still coming up. There's still a September 29th coming up. It doesn't say what year. All right. Watch And it looks like we got the space station, the DS9 space station in Puck Nor. And collect 2 Playmates Star Trek toys, proof of purchases, and 2 points to earn a photo of yourself in a Tribbles episode. Well, I can't wait to see if I can get a picture of myself. All right, we got 1 point with looks like Quark's nephew, or looks like, isn't his name? It's not Rom. What's that kid's name? It was Jake's friend. Or is Jake the adult? I can't remember now. I didn't really watch Deep Space Nine that much. I liked Voyager a lot. Well, is this the exact same thing? What's the point? All right, well, it looks like it's the same darn thing. Well, I don't think I've ever done that, so I don't know. Did I win anything? It says match. Well, hey, this is a perfect match. I won something. Hey, Playmates, send me my prize now. Well, thanks for those who watched, and I know that we're a dying breed, that I don't think there's that many Star Trek fans still out there. When I look for these videos online, I don't see a lot of them, unfortunately, but if you are somebody who makes this, videos about Star Trek figures, please drop me a message below and let me know, because I am very interested in my fellow Trekkie fans. I am a huge fan of Star Trek, and I will never not be. Even though the modern stuff is really crap. I mean, completely honest with you. My favorite is Next Generation, followed by Voyager. I mean, there's really only 4 Treks to me. It's that, and then I guess it's like either the original series. Oh, okay, the cartoon. The cartoon comes next, because I definitely like the cartoon in the 70s. And then I would have to go the original series over Deep Space Nine. I'm just not a big fan of Deep Space Nine. Okay, let me put it this way. The first half I didn't like. Whenever Worf came on board, that's when I started actually paying attention. I watched it out of duty. Then I started watching it out of, yes, Worf is on. And plus, they got more exciting then. It's hard to explain. But thank you for those who watched, and live long and perspire.